nervous. I mean, this is always a nervous week. It's always an eggshell week. I like that they had 10 days to get ready. It was always a bye week before we played these bastards back in the day because it was always our last game of the season. Mm-hmm. It's different in non-conference. Right. I'm not going to lie. The non-conference aspect of Colorado, Nebraska is purely based on the history of it and the hatred. And I don't know when they play again after this. It's not for a long time. They're not on the schedule again. So this is very important. It was unbelievably important back in the day when you had to beat these people to achieve your goals. Mm-hmm. And it was the last game of the season. I mean, it was just a different feeling. But I was at the 2008 game on the sideline, or the 2018 game on the sideline, and it was incredible. Ludoviska catch over the right shoulder in the right corner of the end zone to beat Nebraska. The fucking post game was insane. Sean Tufts and I were on the sideline for that one. It was pretty dope. The next year was the comeback and the flea flicker and the win in overtime when they coated the stadium in red, and we beat them. Took 2 years off, and then last year I sat in 101 and we taxed that ass. And I don't know how many people I talked shit to, but it was pretty much the entire state of Nebraska that was there. Mm-hmm. And now Nick just got invited by Nebraska to the game. So I have to figure out how I'm going to fucking finagle that one. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, dog. I got to talk to Buck and be like, yo, I need a pass to the sideline, homie. So after my kid does a tour, we can come see or we just have to leave. Fuck, I don't know. So, I can't tell my son that he can't go on a recruiting trip he was invited to, but at the same time, I'm like, kind of want to jump out of a fucking window on this one. So I don't know what to fucking do, but hey, they bought body bags, so I guess we'll just do business. But look, this is a massively huge week. There's nobody bigger on the schedule than the University of Nebraska for Colorado. Mm-hmm. Even if it is the non-conference, dog. And look, the only reason, not the only reason, but the main reason I went to see you, I remember on my recruiting trip, Coach Barnett pulled me, Sean Tufts, Quinn Simnewski, Sam Wilder. Let's see who else was in that group. I think Marquisha Houston and Craig Oakes was there. It was the main recruiting weekend. Mm-hmm. They pulled us all together in the Dow Ward eating dinner that night in 1999. And he said, this is going to be the group that turns the tide against Nebraska. You guys all come here together. You guys all are going to be one of the reasons that we turn the tide. And from 2000 to 2004, we beat them 3 times in 5 years. And since 2001, when we beat them by 30, when they were ranked number 1 and pretty much destroyed their fucking program, we're up 7-6. So all you Nebraska fans can live in the 80s and early 90s all you want, dog. I mean, try and remember that from like 91 to 91 to 2000, I'd say 9 out of those 10 games or 8 out of the 9 games were 1-score field goal bullshit. Like, there's a reason we hate y'all. And now, like, all I can read on social media is how much they hate us and all the fucking hippies and blah, 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 and how much they hate Shador and how much they hate Dion and how much they everything, right? And the fact that they're so contentious makes me feel like it was all worth it. Mm-hmm. That's what I want. I don't want you to like us. We can respect each other because you're not Colorado State. I respect the shit out of this place. I mean, it's one of the best programs in the history of college football, but I want to beat the shit out of them. I mean, let's be real. So we got a huge week of shows for you. On Wednesday, we have multi-year NFL veteran and the best offensive lineman I've ever played against, Andre Gerard, who is an All-American Hall of Famer at CU. If you don't know Andre Gerard, you're not a Buff fan. And then Thursday, Communist Thursday, we've got Adam Carricker on from Nebraska, and I'm going to go on his show on Wednesday and try and back and forth. Nice. And then Friday is a special guest, so just you're going to have to tune in Friday because Friday's going to kick ass. Mm-hmm. But look, we're waiting for Buck to come on, right? Yeah, waiting to come on. I just text him. I know they're busy. They're working. So, it's either today or tomorrow, but I'm sure he'll join us here shortly. Look, man, this is the biggest. The next game's always the biggest game. But if you can beat them 4 times in a row after reviving the rivalry, after they went to the Big Ten and we went to the Pac-12, because it happened on the same day back in 2011. We just split. And it broke my heart. I remember going to the last CU Nebraska game. We lost in Lincoln, but it sucked. Like that was an establishment part of my life. And look, I've got tons of family in Nebraska, and every year they beat us, they would call, leave a voice, like a message on the machine. I know all you motherfuckers don't know what that is, but they would sing that goddamn Big Red song, and I would just sit there and visualize in my head as a kid. God, I can't wait till I'm older and I'm playing for these people so I can turn the tide on this shit. And it's personal to me and my family. It's personal to me. It always has been. And I don't understand how you can't take it personal on both sides. Now, there is mutual respect. I played with a bunch of Huskers in the NFL. I've got friends on that side of the fence. Mm-hmm. There is a definite look. They know they're getting in a street fight. We know we're getting in a street fight. You better respect your opponent or they will beat you. This is not like Colorado State. Oh, by the way, do you think maybe you're still worth $600,000, Nicolosi and Horton at CSU? And by Jay Norvell, do you think you could convince the next superstar player on your fucking farmer ass agriculture school team that they shouldn't take $600,000 either, and they should just roll with you because you're going to turn them into a first rounder? How fucking stupid do those kids look right now? How dumb does CSU look?
Oh boy!
You want me, like all you Heat fans on fucking Twitter and shit? You want us to take you seriously? You just got your ass taxed 52 to fucking nothing. I know that it was Texas, but goddamn, dog, Wyoming went to Texas last year to open the season and put up a way better fucking fight than that. You didn't even try. So fuck, dude. If they're gonna route you up with Quinn Ewers and those guys, I wonder what Shador and the best receiving core in the NFL college football is gonna do. Like, save it, Babas. You're next week. You're the little brother. This is actually our rival. Mm-hmm. So let's just be real here. Like the ability to understand the difference between actual rivalries and made-up rivalries is important. Okay, CU-CSU is a rivalry because we're in the same state. That's it. That's the only reason. Okay, Nebraska and Colorado is a rivalry, all right, because we were playing for something at the end of the year. Every year we played them. When I played there, if you beat Kansas State and Nebraska, you played for the fucking Big 12 title. Every year we beat both of them, we played for the Big 12 title. In 2000 and in 2003, when we lost to both of them, we didn't even go to a bowl game. So it's different when you're in a fucking conference with the people and you get to line up and just smash mouth every year at the end of the year, and whoever wins gets to go play for a title, and whoever loses gets to watch the other team play for a fucking title.